like we cover car fires once, at least twice a week anymore. You know, like Ian mentioned, we are starting the hottest week so far this year. And this extreme heat really not only impacts our bodies, but our vehicles as well. And this morning, we're going over ways that you can avoid breaking down, especially as you head out of town, maybe for the 4th of July holiday. So Kylie is talking to the pros at Martin's Auto Repair in Phoenix on this first alert weather day. And Kylie, this weather is really tough on our cars.
And unfortunately, it's going to be bad for the next 7 days. I know I just replaced my tires. And so if you're in that position, you might want to consider that. Or maybe you need a new battery, you need new fluid. So joining us this morning is the owner of Martin's Auto Repair. This is Dave Martin. Dave, good morning.
Good morning.
So we're at the end of June, right?
June.
How has this start of summer been compared to previous summers as far as breakdown goes because of the heat?
Well, you know, the temperature usually is about 110 at the beginning of June, and we didn't experience that. We've had a really kind of a mild summer. So the breakdowns haven't happened like they usually do. Usually a really good hot week where it's 110, usually that by the end of that week we're starting to see cars that are starting to have problems.
So you're gearing up. What's likely going to be a busy week for you?
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely going to start off at the end of the week. We'll probably start to notice a lot of it.
What are the biggest things that you see?
Well, fluids. Really, fluids are the lifeblood of your engine, your transmission, your differential, and lack of fluid or clean fluid causes friction, and friction causes heat. And that's when parts start to labor and have problems. So then you start to have engine problems, you start to have internal transmission problems. So the most important thing you can do is definitely keep those fluids up, make sure you don't have any leaks, get your car serviced on a regular basis.
How do you know about a leak? Because, you know, sometimes you see something coming and you're like, I think it's okay. Like at what point do you say, hey, I need to take it into a shop?
Well, if you start to notice any drops on the ground, you definitely need to get it in. And pay attention to the gauges and pay attention to lights. If any lights come on, don't ignore them. Definitely get it in. But if you service your vehicle on a regular basis at a shop that knows what to look for, we can help you with those things. We can let you know, hey, you're starting to see some seepage over here. We need to deal with that. Or we maybe want to wait on it, clean it off, and just make sure that it's not, you know, something that's going to be a problem down the road.
Okay, so we talked about fluids, guys. Coming up in our 6 o'clock hour, we're going to talk about batteries, how often maybe you might need to change your battery, and what you need to do maybe if you've had your battery for a couple of years and just kind of are avoiding changing it. We'll also talk about tires and some of the dangers that the heat can pose to tires. So lots of things to keep in mind as all of us are getting in the car. We're driving from point A to point B, and maybe we're planning that road trip. We're going to keep you safe and hopefully get to your destination in one piece and without a big repair or without a big breakdown.
All right, Kylie, thanks so much. All right, so on this first alert weather day, we look back to May and the first part of June, and the summer was pretty good to us then, right? With the heat, not so bad, but